The New Orleans Pelicans were eliminated from the play-in tournament without Larry Nance Jr., Jose Alvarado, and of course, Zion Williamson. If they were healthy, who knows where the Pels would be right now? But looking forward, what's next for the young team who was plagued with injuries all season?
I just think that they need to shift their focus to make Brandon Ingram the number one option. That's it. Let's champion for Brandon Ingram to be number one. Brandon Ingram missed 29 games because of his injuries he faced this year. Zion Williamson played 29 games. It's like, y'all, the Zion experiment may not be over. I don't think they should trade Zion Williamson, but I think they need to shift the focus to build around Brandon Ingram. So that's what's
Hmm.
next for the New Orleans Pelicans, in my opinion. And whatever happens and how Zion gets in, no problem. We welcome you back because we need your skill set on our roster. But our shifting will be Brandon Ingram as number one.
Hmm.
Let's treat Brandon Ingram in the New Orleans Pelicans uniform like they treat KD.
Okay. Now, I think that they should still hold on to Zion. You believe
Okay.
that too,
Oh
but
yeah, absolutely.
I think he should still, when he comes back, be considered the number one option. He's the biggest draw in New Orleans. I mean, you think Brandon Ingram can, fill the arena?
If they change if they change the narrative, yes. But it's going to take some effort to shift that, right? That's all. It's just talk. All you got to do is change the narrative.
Hmm.
But and let's talk less about Zion. I mean, let everybody else talk about him. But y'all, New Orleans Pelicans, promote Brandon Ingram because he be balling, and
Yeah,
let's
like
just he is it. He's held it down. He held it down when he came back. I was listening to a podcast, and they were talking about Zion Williamson, and I thought Zion Williamson and the things that are happening with his management team. It's a lot like what Kawhi Leonard went through with the Spurs.
very true.
You got in his case, Zion, I believe, is his stepdad. Kawhi Leonard, it was his uncle. It's that he's not really ready. And if he's injured, be injured. I have no problem with that. Be injured. So while you're injured, let's go ahead and just to have you recover. We're gonna go ahead and push somebody else to really start running this franchise. I just think that's what it is.
You know,
Because I believe the reason why I'm saying it is because it is a distraction. It is a distraction for the Pelicans. And how do they shift the distraction away from that while he's recovering and make sure that the everybody in the New Orleans fan base, our operation knows that this is our new direction because we need this to help us be successful for next season.
well,
And
I
when he
think
comes back, we'll integrate him back in and we'll be right on selling. But yeah.
Yeah, well, I think the thing with Zion is if he's injured, yeah, let him be injured. But I don't want to see no videos of him slam dunking before the
And
game.
this
I
is
don't
my
need to see
problem.
any of that.
Don't do that's what I'm saying. Slam dunk in the junior varsity arena. Go over there and do it. Don't do it right here. That's what I'm talking about. It's adding fuel to the fire.
Yeah,
Can you or not?
yeah, and I think he needs to go zero dark 30. When
Facts.
he's out. Look at Lonzo Ball. He's been out for a while. We ain't seen Lonzo Ball. He hasn't been on the sidelines. I'm not saying Zion shouldn't be on the sidelines, but what I'm saying is if he's injured, be injured. Sit down and recover. And also, got to stay in shape during this process because it's not looking good. It's looking like now I hear his mouth say that he wants to play, he loves to complete, he wants to play basketball. But then you look at him and you're like, I know you're not ready for the court right now. And this is not shaming at all. But what I'm saying is he's a professional basketball player. You got to stay in professional basketball shape a little bit. Because you're out there looking like an NFL player that's not going to go well for the NBA.
It's not. Another thing I would like to see the Pelicans consider getting a true point guard. I want to know what that looks like. And move or shift CJ back to shooting guard as he was when he was with the Trailblazers, just to see what
Hmm.
that looks like. So that's something I would like to see them do.
Oh, that's a
Hmm.
thought. And speaking of CJ, he made comments after they were eliminated saying that everybody has to take this game serious. We're talking about hydration, we're talking about being healthy, we're talking about just being ready for the season. Because really, if you put them together, a full complement of players, and you got Willie Green leading the charge,
It's amazing.
come on, the Pels are ready for a deep playoff run.
They are. They are totally set up for it.
Yes. Now, the Oklahoma City Thunder, again, another eliminated team from the playoffs, number 10 in the West. But you know what? They went 40-42 on the season. I think they had a successful season.
Me too.
This was one of those years where Coach Mark Dagnall really laid the foundation for the OKC Thunder.
Yep.
And their future is so bright right now with all
Yep.
those draft picks and stuff, including the nucleus that they currently have. I mean, you talk about Giddey and SGA and the two Jaylins and Lou Dort and Chet Holmgren coming back.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
woo, OKC.
Mhm.
They're like a couple of years away from
Yeah. Yeah.
being like the Pelicans where they're moving up in the standings.
Yeah. What's next for the OKC Thunder? Experience. That's it. Just
Mhm.
experience. They don't need, for me, they don't need to change anything. They just need to
No.
add experience. Now, I know they have a lottery pick, so they'll probably add someone new to their roster for this upcoming season. But other than that, experience. The chemistry that they have is already solid. The professionalism that they have is already solid. They got the heart to do it. They just need the experience. And once they get that, and how do you gain experience? You continue to play. How do you gain experience? You continue to go deep. It's just what it is. 2-3 years, they got it. So I don't
Oh,
think
yeah.
OKC, for me, future is bright. Whatever they have, continue to build on that with experience. They will be fine.
Yeah, they just need time in the trenches. That's
Mhm.
it.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah. All right. So let's move to the east to the the Toronto Raptors. Now, look, Toronto was ninth in the East, went 500 on the season. Clearly, they need a new coach. I don't even think that's up for debate. Nick Nurse is out the door, right?
Let me just run you some facts. The fall from grace since 2019 has been very deep. 2019, number 2 in the league in the East, NBA champions. 2020, number 2 in the East. 2021, number 12 in the East. 2022, number 5. What is it? Either you're going to be top of the conference or you're not. In fact, I'm taking number 5. And then this year, tooth and nail to even be in the playing tournament. I can't. Nick Nurse, you've done enough. It's always it's that's it. That's it. It's fine, and it's okay. Trust me, Nick Nurse will be coaching another team next season. It just
Oh,
won't be the
yeah.
Raptors. It just will not be the Raptors. And I'm quite sure he's already boxed up his office.
But I don't even think it's just Nick Nurse, though. I
No,
think
it's
they
not.
need to take a look at their roster, too. I think there'll be an overhaul this offseason, and it may include Fred VanVleet. I think
I have
Siakam
him
might
on.
be on the move.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know what? If they want to get jiggy with it, consider Scotty Barnes. If you want to get jiggy and you want to really, really get back to the 2019 style of play, where everybody is not 6'8", 6'9", like the Raptors roster, they're big and long and athletic, but they're all the same. It's not a lot of diversity on their roster. Besides Fred VanVleet and Gary Trent Jr., those are the little guys. Everybody else long and lengthy. So I think they just need to switch things up, overhaul that roster. Fred VanVleet, I think he's up for a contract renewal. I think he has a player option this offseason. It's done. He's gone.
Done. He's gone. Fred VanVleet will be gone. He'll be on somebody else's team next season for sure. And he'll be an added benefit to them wherever he goes. Yeah. No, absolutely. It's time, actually. And I agree with you on Fred VanVleet. Scotty Barnes is interesting. I thought they wanted to build around Scotty Barnes, but if you're saying, put him on the trade list, he may give them more collateral in return, I think. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I can see that. But yeah, it's time for a new regime. The Nick Nurse locker room talk is now just white noise. They don't want to hear it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And the Chicago Bulls now.
Gutted.
I know.
Retool and start anew. It's a wrap. Yeah.
So you're done with the DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, Vooch trio?
I'm over it. Yes. Yeah. Something needs to switch up there. And as a matter of fact, I am sick of waiting on Lonzo Ball as well. Yeah. They need to. Yep. He should be right on the list. Mm-hmm.
Lonzo would be good trade bait if we had something to go on other than his play with the last time we seen Lonzo, like early last season, and then whatever he did with the Pels, and we didn't see much from the Lakers. What are teams going to go on? What they project he'll bring to the floor? I mean, I don't know. After all those knee surgeries, we don't know what we're going to see from Lonzo Ball.
Yeah. It's the Bulls as we know it. It's over. So what do you want? So done. So what type of changes would you like to see?
Well, I want Billy Donovan to find another job somewhere.
Okay.
I want them to get rid of Billy Donovan. I do think that the Vooch, DeMar, and Zach trio has ran its course. And then I think we need to really get Ayo Dosunmu some play time. We need to put him back into either that or Kobe White, because really Kobe is the only one that showed up for them off the bench during the play-in tournament. So give Kobe some love too. I just don't like their rotation. And because they're so heavy on the top with Vooch and DeMar, I mean, they need to spread the talent around, spread the ball around. I mean, you're talking about DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine. DeMar went 9 for 19 in their last game, and LaVine went 6 for 21. These are the guys that you're paying all the big bucks to. So what I'm saying is you need to figure out a way to balance out the roster. They're just top heavy at this point. It just needs a complete overhaul.
Yep.